Yo, what is up? We are back with the Tiger 2. Now I've got two replays for you, starting with this one in Muravanka. Now, last month I made a video of the Tiger 2 with the new buff Tiger 2 anyway, with equipment 2.0, and basically we settled on the hardener, the optics, and the rammer. Now, if you haven't seen that video, I'm going to leave a link for you so you can check it out, and how we got to the place where we got to with the hardener, optics, and rammer. After making that video, I felt like, there's more performance I can squeeze out of the Tiger 2. So I decided to keep tinkering and concluded that the turbo will be the new equipment replacing the hardener. So that's exactly what's happening in this video. Turbo, optics, and rammer, and we're going to talk about it in this video. Anyway, if you are here for the first time, remember to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification. This is the best way you can help support my channel. Now, I know 90% of my viewers are not subscribers, so it helps out a lot if you do subscribe, and let me thank you in advance. So let's first take a look at the buffed Tiger stats. The buffed Tiger stats, a lot of difference here. Damage is now 360 alpha. A lot of people still don't realize that the alpha damage has been buffed up to 360. So a lot of people are still not scared of the Tiger 2. So what happens is they think they can take you out, but they like, why is this guy keep high rolling all the time? And as you can see, the old Tiger 2 320 damage, the new Tiger 2 is 360 damage. Also, the armor profile buffed, which means you can bounce a little bit more. Survivability is a little bit better, which is why in the last video last month I concluded that playing with a hardener would be quite beneficial to this tank, because it will enhance its survivability. The armor profile makes it a lot harder to kill. It also adds a bit more HP, right, when you have the hardener on. But you can see right now that the turbo is not really being a big deal in this kind of situation. That's not what the turbo is about. The turbo does add 4 kilometers an hour going forward and 2 kilometers an hour going backward, but to be honest with you, it does not help a lot in terms of power to weight ratio, which means it doesn't get to your top speed very quickly. It is still the Tiger 2 will remain very slow and sluggish. The turbo helps to get it up to 4 kilometers an hour higher top speed and 2 kilometers an hour going backwards. But other than that, the turbo does not make your Tiger 2 into a medium tank. That is not what the turbochargers do. But what it does do is it helps you flex from flank to flank, from position A to position B at a faster speed, at a higher rate of mobility. Again, the turbochargers do not make this tank feel more like a medium tank at all. That is not what I feel when I'm playing with the turbochargers. But any kind of mobility enhancement for the Tiger 2 helps this tank out a lot, because this tank is very slow, very heavy, very cumbersome. If I'm honest, it plays more like super heavy tank, something like a VK. That's the kind of mobility I feel when I'm driving a Tiger 2. The turbocharger helps out a lot in terms of making it a little bit more bearable, a little bit more playable, a little bit more competitive. Now, again, I'm using turbo, optics, and rammer. What is lacking? Obviously, it is the vertical stabilizer. I am not using any kind of gun performance equipment here other than the rammer. And why is that? If you look closely at the dispersion of this tank, 0.30 dispersion, it is a lot better than a lot of tanks. Aim time 2.4 seconds as well is really good for a heavy tank. Now, to give you some context, 0.30 dispersion let's compare that to an IS-3. IS-3 dispersion is 0.38, and if you are unlucky enough to play the ISM, which is the back turret, the one with the turret at the back, the ISM Tech 3, that is 0.40 dispersion. So imagine this tank 0.30 dispersion versus an IS-3 0.38 dispersion, a huge difference in terms of accuracy. So that is why you don't really need gun performance. You don't need to you don't need to aim better with this tank. You don't need vertical stabilizers in this tank. And there you go, this game very quick, 3000 damage under 5 minutes, and we go on to our next map, which is Fisherman's Bay from the north. Now I'll be honest with you, I do not like this map. I am not comfortable with this map. I'm not familiar with this map. Usually I'm playing mediums or lights, and I'm playing right in the middle of the map, out in the open, or sniping from the bushes. I almost never go down the 8 line, but I know heavies go down this 8 line, and this is where they belong. This is where they should be. So I'm trying to be the responsible adult here and try to take up this position. Again, you're not going to see the turbo turn this tank into a medium tank here. It is still slow, it is still sluggish, but like I said, what it does do is make this tank's mobility a little bit more bearable, slightly more competitive. You can feel a slight difference, and it feels like this is what makes this tank a lot more competitive. Again, I am not using vertical stabilizers, still sticking with the optics and the rammers. You're going to see me rack up some spotting damage because of the optics that I'm using. So now I am in the position, like I said, you can see the way I'm playing and maneuvering my tank. I'm not very comfortable in this position. I'm not very comfortable. I didn't know where I was being spotted from. I'm just assuming it's from the middle. Maybe the ELC or some other light tank was spotting me out from the middle, maybe the T92. I didn't know where it was, and I wasn't comfortable. I didn't know if I was still being spotted, but I hate it when that happens. When you toggle your shift from sniper mode to third person mode, and you go into sniper mode and your gun is pointing to the sky. When is Wargaming going to fix those kind of bugs? I hate it when I toggle the shift key and get my gun pointing in the sky when I'm in sniper mode. That really bugs me out. I hate it. It still happens. It is 2020. This game has been around for 10 years. Things like that should have been dealt with a long time ago and been taken care of. Now I'm still sitting in this corner here, not knowing what to do, but I am looking at my lineup, and I'm looking at myself. I am a heavy tank. I am top tier. If anyone's going to be doing anything, it should be me trying to do something, because I'm top tier. So what I'm going to do right now first is just scout out the situation. I'm going to side scrape, see if I can shoot anything that pops out from here. I do have optics, so if they pop out, maybe I'm able to spot them and maybe snapshot and get a little bit of early damage before I push forward and rush them down. Obviously, being a heavy tank in a situation like this, where you are in a corridor situation, you are expected to lead the way. You are expected to push forward, and this is exactly what I'm doing. These two guys in front here, the Lowy and the Tiger 2, have already taken a lot of damage. It seems like it's only fair that I go up and take up the alpha position and try to be as aggressive as I can. The guy in the back is telling me not to go forward, asking me to fall back, but that's not how I play. I want to try and be as aggressive as I can. Now I'm taking this line because I don't want to be close to the building there, because I was afraid if I'm close to that building, I think the guys in the middle of the map can snipe me down there. That is why I'm in this position here, very close to the water on the left side, so that I can avoid taking hits from the guys that could shoot me from the middle of the map. But right now I've landed a shot, and I'm going forward to deal with the 252U Defender. Now remember, I used to say that when you're in a Tiger 2, you're afraid of a Defender. This is the new Tiger 2. You no longer need to be afraid of defenders. You can adequately deal with defenders, no problem. Now I tried to shoot him there on the 3/4 armor, but he was too angled and I bounced off. So what I'm going to do next is just aim for the cupola, and this is where Tiger 2 accuracy is going to pay off. Remember, 0.30 dispersion on the Tiger 2. This is stock dispersion. If you add food, just food alone brings the dispersion down to 0.28, which means in situations like this, I'm going to be sniping that. No matter how small that cupola is, I'm going to hit that cupola. It's not going to be a problem. That is why one of the reasons why I don't carry that vertical stabilizer to enhance the gun performance of the Tiger 2. In most situations in the Tiger 2, you are going to be fighting in positions like this, close proximity. You don't really need gun handling in situations like this where you are fighting so close. Even if you have 0.36 dispersion, you are still fine fighting face to face because you are brawling face to face. Vertical stabilizers ain't gonna mean shit, so you don't really need that. But here you go. If you have any doubt about the accuracy of the Tiger 2, this is the shot that is 400 meters away. Yes, I missed the first shot, and the only reason why I missed that is because that was a pixel shot. He was only showing me the top of his turret. Those are very small targets. This was a very small target as well, but I managed to land that shot even as I was moving. That is what Tiger 2 dispersion with 0.28 running food does for you. Of course, I also have BIA crew. I also run vent. I don't run vents. Sorry, I have the BIA crew. I have all the gun skills. And the food is the one that makes the big difference. Food and BIA is going to add to your gun accuracy, gun handling, and it adds to it very well. Like I said, the food brings down the dispersion, the stock dispersion from 0.30 to 0.28, and then if you are running BIA crew skills as well, that's going to add to the accuracy. Again, this is a shot that is, I don't know, 350 meters away, no problem for a Tiger 2. Obviously, I wasn't shooting on the move. I still need to stop the tank or try to come to a complete stop before I can fully aim and hit the target. That makes your accuracy a lot better. If you are continuing to move and shoot on the move, your accuracy is going to be significantly reduced. So if you can, for example, I'm shooting at this Rheinmetall Borsig 400 meters away, I make sure that I stop my tank and aim at him before I pull the trigger. That helps out with accuracy a lot. So I hope you took some information about the Tiger 2. Remember, the hardener on this tank is an option, but a turbo is also another option. There is no wrong here. This is my tribute to the meme, the 5 black guys and 1 white girl meme. I hope you find this funny. Anyway, this was an Ace Tanker. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and took some useful information that you can apply for yourself in your Tiger 2. If you did not know, Tiger 2 is buffed. Tiger 2 is amazing. It is a beast. If you haven't researched it, go for it. The Tiger 2 is a really fun tank to play. And thanks for watching, and remember to give this video a like, and I appreciate all your support. Thanks, and I will see you on the next video. Bye bye.